So, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakakadash, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yah meaning He, Hawa meaning is or exists. By Hashem, Ba is in, Ha is Hashem is name. Yahushai, that's who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. Yah meaning He, Yahushai meaning delivered. By Hashem in the name Harakah Kodash. Ha is Darakah spirit. Kodash is holiness or holy. My name is Abaya, and the Most High has sent out His men to warn the people, right, and bid who He will to the marriage, right. But that warning is coming because the times are so relevant for the warning. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, there's things that's been going on that people can't explain. Alright? So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 13. It says, "When I say to the righteous that he shall surely live, if he trusts to his own righteousness and commit iniquity, all his righteousness shall not be remembered. But for his iniquity that he hath committed, he shall die for it. Again, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, if he turn from his sin and do that which is lawful and right. If the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed, walk in the statutes of life, without committing iniquity, he shall surely live, he shall not die." The warning is, repent, get your mind right. Because if you haven't been paying attention, this place is done. This place over with, man. Right? They overturned Roe v. Wade. Right? Overturned Roe v. Wade. And it's a reason why they did that. The reason why they overturned Roe v. Wade is because so-called white people, appreciate it, bro. You ain't got to, though. You ain't got to, though.
Yeah, I just appreciate you shooting words like that, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. All right. The reason why they overturned Roe v. Wade is because so-called white people are dying more than they're being born. All right? If you pay attention to how this devil operates, they always throw things in the midst of society that's more so aimed at the so-called black man and the so-called black woman, or Israel in itself. All right, appreciate you. Shalom. All right. For example, the opioid epidemic, that was never meant for the so-called white man to overindulge in. That was always meant for Israel, you so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans. It was always meant for us, right? And the proof of that is, the whole point of us even tampering with those drugs, with opioids in itself, lean, promethazine, right, tabs, bars, things of such. The only reason we even got involved in that is through music, the rappers. So they entice a rapper to introduce some new product to the people, right? We follow suit, take on that product, and 9 times out of 10, that rapper ain't even involved in that lifestyle, but he getting a check for it. Right? I've heard so many rappers that they made it that say you can't get a deal unless you kill or destroy your own neighborhood. You gotta be able to send your people to jail or send them to the grave in order to get money in that industry. And it's true. If you think I'm lying, look at the average music that the youth listen to. From generation to generation, it get worse and worse. And worse and worse. But the people that rap about positive things, they don't get no airplay. And in turn, that creates a generation of individuals who think that's a real lifestyle. So they imitate that lifestyle. And now we have a whole new form of living in society based off of who influences us. Right? Like I said, Roe v. Wade was never meant for the so-called white man. It was meant for us. It was designed for us. They always throw things in society designed for us. But when it backfires, then it's a problem. But right now I'm speaking specifically on the opioid issue. Right? With like Future talking about he pop bars and do all these type of drugs. He don't do drugs. That man is on some drug-free is the way to be. But he promotes that to the youth to get a check. And the check and the youth in turn live that lifestyle for real. Right? Not understanding that them same individuals who you listening to, they working for somebody. They not independent for real. Somebody got to cut them a check. And the person that's cutting them the check are these big businesses that are involved with the prison industry. Right? So, you create a society, right, that's based off of death and over drug use, and it's directly linked into prison. Now let's take it to Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was overturned today. The origin of Planned Parenthood was strictly